Hello, hello, everybody, and welcome to Weeknight Websites weekly webinar for anybody and everybody that needs help getting their content out online. We provide these as a free service to our members because we believe in your business and we want to see you be successful. So today, we're giving you a little bit of information on how you can make a free PDF to hand out to your list. Okay, so I want to just make a note about this. You can actually use this lesson to build your email list. If you do not already have an email list, please, I beg you, go start one right now. Email is the most effective and highest return on investment form of marketing that you can use. Email lists are established trust builders, and they're amazing for making sales. So if you don't already have a list, that's okay. I'll put the link down in the description to how to build your email list that can go along with this tutorial that we're going to do today. So using this tutorial and the how to grow your email list tutorial that we've done previously, and boom, you've got an email list in no time flat. So let's go ahead and dive right in. The first thing that you're going to want to do is create your download. And I know some of you are rolling your eyes thinking, duh, that's what I'm here for. But what I'm really talking about in this step is that I want you to think about what your offer needs to look like. Your audience is coming to you because they have a problem. So your offer should always be, number one, relevant to your audience. In our example, I'm using one of my own websites that's launched recently. We've been using it in a lot of examples recently, but I'm using this example for you guys so that you can see how I'm building my actual blog and you can see my real results. So I've launched a new website and it's all about the keto diet and how you can do that as a woman. So because of that, I'm not going to email my list and try and talk to them about why they need a European vacation. I mean, you can get some really good keto food in Europe, but that's not really on topic for what they're coming to me for. They want to get my advice on how they can lose weight, get strong, and get healthy eating a keto diet, right? So giving them a European vacation tour, not really up their alley, and it's not going to add value to them. Maybe some of them will like it, but more often than not, it's not going to meet a need for them. So that's my second point, is that it needs to meet a need for them. So when I began to think about my audience and think about who was looking for the information that I wanted to provide, I wanted to actually tell them how to get started on keto. So what I did was I came up with a freebie that I could offer them that would get them started on their journey, because point number 3, we are going to make sure that our audience understands and knows that we are meeting them right where they're at and that we are taking them on the beginnings of a buying journey with us, okay? So we are actually leading them through a process of meeting all of their needs and then saying, hey, why don't you buy my coaching program? Or why don't you buy my course? Or why don't you buy my music collection? Or whatever it is that you have to offer, make sure that your freebie is the first step in that buying process for your audience. All right, so the next little part, I'm going to introduce the tool that we are going to be using. I use and love Canva.com. If you've never used Canva, just get ready to be excited. Canva is an amazing tool that is completely free and allows you to create designer quality graphics in just a couple of clicks. It is an amazingly powerful tool. And so I'm going to jump out of this slideshow right now and I'm going to show you how I made my freebie using Canva step by step, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and pull up our window. Not that one. There we go. All right, so this is canva.com. Once you've signed up for a free account and you've signed in, then you'll be able to see this right here. It looks a little overwhelming and like, what do I click and what do I do? But don't worry, I'm going to show you every step that I make to make my own freebie. All right, so all I'm going to do in here is I'm going to go in and type in magazine cover. And that's an 8.5 by 11-inch printable. So what comes up is a new window. This is the window that I'm going to do all of my designing in. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to actually call my guide the 7-day kickstart guide. All right, so all I did was come up here and actually click right there, and then I just typed in what I wanted it to be named so I didn't lose it later. All right, so now that I've got that title in there, I'm going to come over here to the left-hand side, and you're going to notice that there are a lot of different layouts here. Don't get overwhelmed. Just roll through these and kind of think, which one fits my needs the best? Now, one thing that you may not notice or see at first is that some of these, if you scroll over them, see how there's this, I have a little thing that's getting in the way, but if you have, see this little in the right-hand corner, 1 of 5, right? And then if I scroll over it, it starts to actually scroll through all of the different layouts that it has underneath, okay? So, what that does is that actually gives us multiple different layouts with the same theme. So it makes it really easy to design something that's beautiful and looks really congruent throughout the whole design. So the one that I've chosen for my personal needs for my Keto Kickstart Guide is this one right here. So I'm actually going to click to open it up. And I love this first image, all right? So I'm going to stick this right here as my cover, all right? Now, once I've clicked on this image, it automatically shows up over here exactly the way that I would do it, okay? So now comes the part where I need to actually edit the content of this, okay? So I'm gonna say 7-day, and I want to move this up just a little and ungroup that so that the two text fields are not laying over each other, okay? 7-day, and you know, after starting on this, I'm realizing there's not a lot of space for me to actually put my title really big, which is what I really want to do. So I'm going to switch my layout, okay? Now, I don't care about saving any of this because it's not important to me at this point. I haven't gotten very far into it, but I'm just realizing this isn't going to work for me. I'm going to have to make too many adjustments, all right? So I actually like this one a whole lot better. So all I'm going to do again is click right there, and it's going to give me the option, do I want to replace or not? I'm going to say replace. Perfect. Now this right here looks more like that's going to work for me. Okay, so the first thing I'm going to do is click in here and I'm going to add 7-day keto kickstart meal plan. Okay, now if you've ever seen my website, if you haven't, I'll show it to you right now, but my website is a lot of pink because it's for girls and I love hot pink, and I was like, that's super fun. We're going to do that. So the thing that I want to do is I want to actually include my pink. So I have a tool that is a really super handy tool that I can grab colors from anywhere. Or if you have Canva set up for your brand and everything, they'll walk you through how to do that. You can actually save your brand colors right in Canva. So you don't have to go searching for your hex codes or any of that. They're all right there. So keto is for girls, and this is my hot pink. Boom, one click and it's in there, and it looks so good. Now down here in the corner, I'm actually going to add my link to my website. All right, ketoisforgirls.com. And I tend to like when I have the white on top of the pink. I just feel like it reads a little easier. There we go. That looks really nice. Now, let's say this is a little large for me and I want to make it a little smaller. All I have to do is click on that text box and slide it down. See how easy that is, guys? It's so simple to make beautiful PDFs that you can actually put out in the world and feel confident that they look good. All right, so now I don't really love this photo. I feel like it's not really vibing with my hot pink thing going on. So the pink and the red are just not really happening for me. So let's go ahead and replace this photo. All I'm going to do is go to the left-hand side of my window in Canva and click on Photos. Super simple. Now, you'll see I have a lot of things pulled up because these are my recently used photos already. So I'm going to go through my recently used photos because I've already vetted the ones that I like. So this one right here, completely free to use. All I do is click on it and drag it into my window and it automatically updates for me. Whoa, how fabulous is that? That makes my life so much easier. I don't have to click and drag and, resize things and everything. It's just one click and it's done. That's so beautiful. I love it. So I don't really love the way this one's laying out. So I'm going to try this one right here. That's much better. But now I can't really see my white text. So I'm going to make that my black color. And so all I'm going to do is click on the text, click on this A right here for the text color. And then I'm going to scroll down and grab my black color out of there. Oh my goodness, that looks so great. I love it. Perfect. Okay. So now what do I do? Because I have a cover, but I need to put the information in there, right? So I'm actually going to copy this page, all right? So now I have page 1 and page 2, and they look identical. Obviously, that's not going to work either. So let's go ahead and add the elements that we need for the next page. So go ahead and click on templates. All right, now over here on the left-hand side, I have these different layouts that I can choose from. I really like this. I feel like it's going to be a great, easy looking template for me to have my menu on, right? So I'm going to go ahead and click on that and I'm going to replace. All right, so no problem. Don't stress out if you're like, it erased everything. It didn't. It's still up here in page 1. And if you really need to, Control Z is your best friend. Undo. All right, so I'm going to select everything on the left-hand side currently, and I'm going to move it over to the right-hand side. And I'm going to move all my images over to this side. And I think I'm actually going to delete this grid, because I just want one single image on the side of my photo. So I'm going to go in here to elements and I'm going to add a grid, and I'm just going to select this one that's just a square. Okay, super simple, and I'm going to drag it in there. Now it's taking up my whole page, not what I wanted. So I'm going to drag this corner over here and give it a little bit of space so that if I put an image in there, it'll look good, right? Boom, that looks amazing. I love it. So now I can actually go back to photos, and let's say I wanted to use this photo right here. All I do is click and drag into that grid, and bam, my image is there. Oh my gosh, I love this so much, you guys. You have no idea. It changed my life using this. All right, so we're going to put up here where it says features, we're actually going to put day 1. Okay, and I want to make this a little bigger, so I'm going to drag the corner just like that. That looks better. Now I can actually see that. And I'm going to move it off this little yellow box and make the yellow box a little bigger too. There we go. And obviously yellow is not part of my brand, so let's change that to hot pink. Now I want you to notice that as soon as I do that, the black doesn't look that good, so then I have to go change the text color too. So if your text disappears, it's probably because it's either the same color as the row that you're dragging in, or it's, similar and it just doesn't look good, okay? All right, so I'm going to do keto diet plan. All right, so all I'm going to do is set that up. Perfect. That looks great, just the way I wanted it. Now I'm going to go ahead and drag this and make it a little, actually I want to pull it from the corner and make it a little bigger so the text is larger. And I have my keto download. I actually put it on a page on my website. And what I did was I went ahead and actually made the website, I put like day 1, day 2 right on the website. So if somebody wants to look at it on their phone, they can, or if they want to download the PDF, they can. So it gives them options, right? So I'm actually going to select and copy, Control-C or Command-C if you're on a Mac. And then I'm going to come back over to my keto window over here in Canva, and I'm going to Command-V or Control-V if you're on a Windows, okay? So now I have all of my information in here, but it looks really not styled very well. So let's go ahead and style it. I want to leave some space in between lunch and dinner, all right? And I'd like to make my headings bold so that people can actually see like, oh, this is the next meal, that kind of thing. All right, perfect. So I've got dinner right here. Perfect. Now that I've done this, I'm going to go ahead and add my ketoisforgirls.com. There we go. Perfect. So now it's branded, so it's mine and nobody can steal it from me, which is great. And now, guys, I have a layout. I can literally just click copy and come in here and change this to day 2. And then come in here and grab my day 2 information, right? Copy, Control-C or Command-C, and then literally just come in here and Control or Command-V, paste it in, break it up, okay? Now, let's say, for instance, I have a chicken club lettuce wrap with only 3 grams of net carbs. And I want people to look at that and like look at that recipe, right? And it's a link. Well, all I'm going to do is copy the link. All right. So copy link address. All right. And then I'm going to come back over here and I'm going to select this section. And then I'm going to click this link button right here. Then I'll paste my link in, Command-V or Control-V, and then click Apply. And now, once I download this and once my people download it from my website, they'll actually be able to click over and see that. So that's super cool, right? That's a fun way of being able to do that. So even if they're getting your PDF, you don't have to like write everything out. You can send links and that kind of thing. You can also do that with your website URL at the bottom. So let's say, for instance, I wanted to do ketoisforgirls.com and apply. And now that's also a clickable link. All right, so those are my main tips for creating a PDF on Canva. Make sure I switch out the photos, so I would actually click and drag this next photo in there. So every day we have a nice new photo. And look how beautiful and professional that looks. So now all that's left to do, once you've got it the way that you want it, all that's left to do is to download it. So I'm actually going to show you guys my completed whole keto 7-day meal plan that I made. So this is what it looked like when I got finished. And I wanted to just show you guys a couple of little things that I did when I was laying this out. So I changed up the images, just like I mentioned before, on every single one of them to give them a little bit of variation. And the other thing that I did was I made a snacks page. So it had a bunch of different images on the side. That's just the layout that we did. And then Same thing with the bullet points, and then click here to see my favorite keto protein shake, which is a blog I already wrote. And then I put my information. So I gave them information on what their next step with me looks like. So I want to actually encourage people to get into my coaching program. So because of that, I'm actually giving them a way to click right from the PDF to learn more about my coaching program. So just keep that in mind. Remember that this is the beginning step of their journey. So when they get to the end of the PDF, give them a call to action. It will change your sales drastically, I promise. All right, so let's switch back over to the slides. I have a couple more little things for you guys, and then you're going to be off to the races making your own PDFs. So we walked through a full tutorial of how to make your own PDF in Canva. Now, let's go connect it to your website. It's not as hard as it looks, I promise. My favorite way is to upload my personal PDF or however, whatever, to Dropbox, because I want them to actually click a link and then it to download automatically. So then I grab the shareable link from Dropbox. I make it an auto downloading link, which is super easy to do, and I'll show you in a second. And then I just add the link to a button. It's that simple, guys. So let me show you how I did that on my website right here. All right, so you're gonna see my 7-day whole keto diet kickstart, right? Now this download now button is literally just a link to my Dropbox information. That's all it is. So I'm gonna actually go into my weeknight website builder, and I'm going to show you exactly what this looks like. So I'm gonna go into my button settings, and you'll notice that I have this Dropbox link. All right, this is just how you would share a file with somebody normally. The only difference is that when I pasted this URL in, there was a 0 right here. Now, when that has a 0 at the end of it, it's going to open a new window, and it's going to take them away from your website, and then they have to download. That can be extremely aggravating in some situations. So what I did was I actually made this an auto downloading link, meaning that as soon as I clicked it, you guys saw it started downloading straight to my desktop. So all I did was change this number right here, the very last number. That's the only one you have to change, from a 0 to a 1. And then I added the link there, and I just clicked save. Super simple. All right, I told you it was going to be super easy, and you're just like, whoa. It's super exciting when things like that happen. So here's my page, and then I again put the download the PDF at the bottom because I really want them to download that PDF and look at it. But this one I made more mobile friendly. So I actually click, if you click on button settings, you'll notice that this one is a 0 at the end. So it's not a 1, it's not an auto downloading. So if they click the first one and then it's not working with their phone, they get down to the bottom, they're like, oh, I'll try it again. Then they'll know that it's good. Or you can label them download on your phone and download on the desktop. And that would be a fun little way to keep people interested, like thinking, oh, they even thought about that. All right, so super easy tip there for you guys. And the last thing that I'm going to talk to you about today is simply make the sale. All right, we talked about this already just a little bit, but I want to remind you and just promise you this is super important. When you get to the end of a freebie, sell your other products. It doesn't matter if you don't have a ton of products, or you maybe don't have the coaching program that you're ready to sell, or the course or whatever just yet. Send them to other blog posts, send them to videos that you want them to watch. Anything that would keep them engaged and learning about you and meeting you is going to be valuable for them. So keep them engaged and make the sale, all right? Then all you want to do is just get this out there, guys. Go promote it. Promote it on social media. Promote it on Pinterest is one of the best ways to promote it. And if you don't know how to use Pinterest for business to drive tons of traffic to your website, I highly encourage you to look in the description below, because I am going to show you exactly how that is done in the description below. And I have another blog post on that with a video and explanations and everything. All right, guys, I just want to say thank you so very much for joining us on this series. We have been talking about content creation ruthlessly for the last little while. If you've missed any of those videos, you can catch the whole series. All you have to do is go to weeknightwebsite.com/content 101. There we have blogs that talk about keyword research, writing blog posts, promoting with Pinterest, how to start a podcast, and even some special how to build an email list information in there as well. All right, guys, I just want to say thank you so much for joining me today. We really appreciate you all at Weeknight Website, and we hope that you have a great week. If you have any topics that you'd like us to cover, don't be shy. Put them in the comments below and let us know. We're here to serve you, and we're here to help you rock the internet. Bye, guys.